Welcome everyone back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is D-Free. Here today we're taking a look at Android number 14, Android 15, and we are taking a look at the transforming Super Saiyan Vegeta. Now all of these characters are going to be a part of the Ultra Space Time Summon number 13. That will be up tonight as well. So of course I know a lot of you guys are probably going to wind up skipping this, and you do have access to the daily summons, so it is what it is. I wish you all good luck if you do anything on this banner. That's just what I've heard from a lot of people, but the transforming Vegeta seems really enticing, so we'll see what happens. And if you're an Android player, you probably do want to summon on this banner. But to begin, we're going to start off by taking a look at Android number 14. So we're going to cycle him all the way to 5-star level 3000, of course. Otherwise, you have him at 2-star and 3000 as well. Pay no mind to the power level. It's kind of bugged right now, but 5000, the number, see, it just keeps going up and up, so yeah. Anyways, there's the graph for him. Key restore speed 20. Let me go ahead and actually zoom in a little bit. That critical is looking pretty nice, 19k. All right, main ability, draws a strike card next. Restores own key by 20. Okay, so that's good. So he draws a card and is able to immediately use it because of key gain, meaning that, and this is important because in a combo, whether it's side steps or whatever you're doing, you'll be able to chain that in, right? So that's very good. If you were out of key, now you're no longer out of key. Gain attribute upgrade minus 50% to sustain damage cut from the enemy. Okay, so he just completely just destroys sustained damage cut. There are units that are like this that just completely just crap all over cover cut and stuff like that. This is very good. That means that they can't get out of the damage he's going to do to them. So 50%, minus 50% means that, again, they're just going to take that damage for 45 counts. So that's actually very painful. 45 is a long time. Plus 20% chance for strike cards to inflict faint on hit for 10 counts. So with him, it sounds like there's a scenario where you could get fainted repeatedly. You're gonna get fainted. It's gonna relent. You're gonna get fainted again. Oh man, hold on. The only other character that had that ability was this guy, and I've been dreading him getting a buff because, for one, he's actually got the makings of a very, very overpowered unit. His Z ability is very good already, so they probably wouldn't touch that. But if you look at his ability here, where is it at? I think it's the green card. Yeah. So the green card, plus 15% to strike damage, and then plus 10% chance for strike arts cards to inflict faint for 10 counts. So that's on a green card, so it's not anywhere near as reliable as your main ability, I'd say. I mean, you can obviously make do with it, but I'd rather have it on the main. And this also is twice as likely to happen. 20%, you're probably going to get fainted. For 10 counts again, but they literally ripped that part off Trunks. But this is going to be pretty annoying. I'll still talk about how it's faint's annoying as a mechanic, but I'd much rather get fainted than paralyzed. But to be honest, if it's going to be a feint like this, probably not. But at least it's only for 10 counts, and you need 15 counts to go ahead and use the main ability. That's action-packed, jam-packed main ability there. So it draws a card, restores key, completely removes basically sustained cut, and then also gives the strike cards the ability to use feint. You could literally draw that card and immediately feint them with it. Yeah, that's very good. Unique ability. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Changes own blast arts card to strike. What? He does it just cause he enters? Really? Plus 35% to strike damage as well. This is nuts. Because previously the card changing was relegated to green cards on other units. That's nuts. He can come in and it just instantly changes the cards if they're in your hand into strike cards. And strike cards being cheaper, strike cards being his preference. And also bonus strike damage just for coming into the battlefield. And not to mention you can also chain that with this. He's actually reminding me a lot of Meldorildo, just the supreme strike damage. He's going to be one of the more damaging strike units in the game. Reduces damage received from enemy physical type blast attacks? Huh? What? Reduces damage received from enemy physical type blast arts by 40%. I don't understand this. I'll have to test that out. But it's good that he has some sort of cut, I guess. Applies buff effect, nullify abnormal condition up to 3 times to self when the battle can begin. So he's able to ignore abnormal conditions 3 times. That's awesome. Plus 15% of strike damage inflicted per Android tag battle member other than this character when he's entering the battlefield. Yeah, this guy's gonna do so much strike damage. Holy crap. Randomly destroys 2 enemy cards on hit and plus 15% chance to inflict 15% faint chance and destroys 2 cards with the special move as well. Now let's look at his green card. The following effects occur based on the number of times special arts card data input is used by this character. Okay, so the number of times he uses it changes it. Plus 20% to enemies strike damage received. That's crazy just for one. 2 times is plus 25% to strike damage inflicted by your allies. 3 and onward is plus 3 to all allies strike arts cost. To all enemies, excuse me, strike arts cost. That third one is good, but you don't really necessarily need it. But I tell you what, this is very good. It's one of the things that makes GT Vegeta very annoying, adding cost onto your enemies. Well, I guess on your units if he's annoying in that scenario. So yeah, he's quite good. Oh, and he's a double attack unit. And he's an android double attacker, which they didn't have at all. And he's double attack prior to 5-star. What the heck? He's got to pick up a double. No, he stays android all the way through. This is actually very good. So they continue the trend of android units having double buffers. This is the first double attack bonus unit. And he's the first sparking green since Android 16. Yeah, he just becomes like optimal on androids. You 100% want this unit. This is very good. But I mean, what do you expect? They had to make him look very good. So I'm assuming that 15 is a double defense type, which is good as well. And the thing about having these units is that you can kind of bounce some older units like Android 19 and 20 off of the team. Even though they have good Z abilities, you can bounce them off because they're not even viable in battle for the most part anymore. So let's go ahead and scroll down. Endless Stamina destroys all of your own cards and randomly draws 4 new ones. Restores own key by 60. This is the most important part. So you can literally unload your entire hand, use this main ability when you don't even have a hand, right? When you don't even have a hand, and draw 4 brand new cards, and then also recover your key by 60. So by recovering your key, you can literally prolong your combos. This is and 5 counts must elapse. Yeah, this is a very scary main ability. Yeah, it looks like I wasn't gonna summon on this banner really. I mean, I was, but minimally. But looks like I gotta go in. Because I want to play androids. They seem fun. Reduces damage received by 25% until combo ends when changing cover. This is laughable. It's nice to have it, but 25% is laughable. If you watch my video earlier, I made the point that cover cut is just almost nowhere near as valuable as it once was because these units do so much damage. It's insane. They can just damage through it, and then you also have units now like him that can remove your damage cuts anyway. But 25%, I guess. Plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 15 counts. And -5 to strike and blast darts cost. Crazy. Of allied android cards for 10 counts when his character is switched to standby. Okay. So when he changes cover, he reduces damage received by 25%. But when he switches out, he gives him a 20% damage bonus and -5 to strike and blast cards for 10 counts when he switched out. The key thing here is that he has cover cut, but he doesn't have a penalty for it. A lot of units will have a +1 or 2 or something like that on their sub count. He doesn't have a penalty of any sort. So overall, that's pretty nice. He has a bonus for coming in or a cut for coming in, and then when he switches out, again, he does have the damage bonuses and stuff like that. Nullifies own abnormal conditions. That seems to be unrestricted. He can't get any sort of abnormal conditions. He's just immune. Draws a special arts card next when this character enters the battlefield twice. Yeah, this guy, he draws a green card. So drawing a green card with 14 is pretty crazy. I can only imagine what a theoretical Android 13 will do whenever he comes out. Okay, deals major explode damage and 50% chance to inflict paralyze on hit. Zahal, if you're listening, I called it. We called it together, my boy. We called it. I knew he was going to paralyze. 50% chance? Why 50%? 50%, he's most likely going to, well, I mean, you get my point, but it's going to be very common. Oh, crap. Hold on. They have the same name of the green card? Wait. This requires testing, but, and this is a blast version of the same one that the other card had. Oh, my goodness. If this, because it says the number of times arts card data input is used by, oh, it says by this character. Oh, I was thinking if it, like, bled between characters. I was going to say, that just seems like a pain to manage. Like that. No, but it's for this character. Oh, my goodness. If they stacked between characters, because they have the same card name and stuff. Oh, that was going to be crazy. And he's blast attack and defense. They don't need this. They have also he's a purple unit. Why are all the purple units blast attack and defense? He's very good. And he's just Android all the way through. He's very good. But I'm a lot more impressed by 14. But that's just because the functionality is different. He's a support unit. He plays differently. He's meant to do the damage bonuses. And 14 will be good without having 15. But 15 makes 14 a lot better because the switch damage bonuses. And then also the fact he can draw the green cards as well. So for the last one, we have the Vegeta. He's a melee type, definitely, with all the strike stuff they were talking about. And here's his transformation. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the regular card. Transforms into Super Saiyan, increases arts card draw speed level by 1. Oh, interesting. So he transforms and gets another thing added. Okay, not bad, not bad. Arts card draw speed level up for 15 counts. That's very, very helpful for this unit. And 5 counts must elapse. So that's really, really quick. So you're going to get that basically instantly. So you're going to go out 5 counts. I mean, and he's not a character like Shallot where 5 counts can seem like an eternity. You know, he'll be able to actually take a hit. And the unique plus 10% of special move damage inflicted for 10 counts upon using a strike arts. I'm guessing this is just 1. If this stacks, man, if this stacks, this is just broken. If this stacks, this is just broken, and it's easily cheesable. It can't stack. But it doesn't sound good enough. If it doesn't stack, I'm pretty sure it stacks. I'm pretty sure it stacks. There's no hard cap set here like I thought there would be. But to be fair, you can only change so many strike cards in a 10-timer count, period. To the point where I guess it's not too bad, really, if you think about it. When you have characters like Space Pod Frieza or like Blue Gogeta, funny they're all blue units, including this one, that like draw special moves, get special move damage bonuses and stuff. They're all very powerful too, so I guess it's not a huge deal. It just sounds worse than it is. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Reduces damage received by 20% for 10 counts. So this is what I said in my Shallot video. I said Shallot needs something like this as a unique in his base form because he gets absolutely shredded. He needs it, just simply needs it, so that way he could actually live long enough and not need to come in off of a switch and immediately transform. It makes a really big difference. So Vegeta will be able to, most likely anyway, unless you just play really bad, live long enough. Plus 20% of damage inflicted as well, just for entering the battlefield. Okay, that's good. It makes him competitive. And 30% more strike damage for 10 counts. Also, one thing to note is that these are for 10 counts. So, you know, that's long enough, right? There's some cross between the main ability. His strike cards have blast damage armor, so we were aware of that. I was kind of skeptical if he had it in base, but apparently it's something I missed that he does have it. So, his special move restores his health by 10% when it hits the enemy. And it also has blast armor. That's cool. That's really cool. So it's going to get a lot of damage bonuses, but it also restores him. That's new as well. So the green card plus 20% to strike damage inflicted for 15 counts changes blast cards to strike cards. And it's probably about a 15 cost. Yep, 15 cost. Z ability is Vegeta family, my boy. Strike and blast attack. Oh, this is a must-have unit. Oh, this is a must-have unit. Oh, even if it's just strike, the Vegeta family needs buffers. You can't get caught as well. If you can summon, that is, right? You can't get caught not having the Vegeta family buffers because there's not enough to go around. Like, you know, the God units are cool, but they only buff each other. Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta only buffs purple and or red. Majin Vegeta is just blast attack when all these Vegetas are basically melee units, like all of them, right? The Trunks units are not really competitive. You don't really mention the Trunks units for the most part. You have this red Vegeta, you need 5-star. Super Saiyan Vegeta is also good because he's a Saiyan buffer as well. He's actually good. Yeah, this guy seems like a must-have. He honestly does. Okay, draw a special move arts card next with the main ability now. -5 to own strike arts cost for 20 counts. By the way, this is the transformed one in case you missed it. He draws a special move arts card, so the blue card. -5 to his strike arts cost. Plus 35% to strike damage inflicted as well for 30 counts. Increases arts card draw speed level by 1 for 15 counts. Ooh, I love all the arts card draw speed level. They're making him basic. The only thing he needs is key recovery. I wouldn't be surprised if he has it somewhere. But they're making him a sidestep. Not just sidestep, but like a strike card spammer. This has actually shades of the red Vegeta as well. So they're very similar with that our main ability. So that's cool. Go ahead and take a look at the unique. The following effects occur upon using a strike arts. Plus 15% to special move damage inflicted for 15 counts. So it goes up by 5 each. Interesting. And -5 to own special move arts cost for 15 counts. Man, if this guy can make his special move cards cost like nothing, that's going to be broken. You know what's going to be really broken? Running Mono Blue. Mono Blue is going to be really broken with him and Frieza. And Gogeta by extension, but really him and Frieza, because Frieza at least does buff the other blue units. That's going to be really broken. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Reduces damage received by 25% for 15 counts. Plus 20% to damage and plus 30% to strike. Blast armor as well still. Restores health by 15% when transformed. Plus 20% to strike damage inflicted and changes blast cards to strike cards. So same exact deal with the Z ability, of course. But ultimately, like I said, you can look at this guy and not be impressed. It's very easy to do that. Playstyle is very different, so I wouldn't underestimate him. Android 14 is immediately one of the most damaging strike units in the game overall. Same applies to the Vegeta, but he's also a unit that has a lot of focus on the special move, and the special move is going to do a ton of damage. And it also heals him, so he's got some very good longevity there too. He's also a Super Saiyan. The only issue with these transforming Super Saiyans is they keep making them blue units. They keep making them blue units, and it's like I don't really want to run double blue, but that's me with the Bardock. So there we go. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe if you were new. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll be back for some more summons.